Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 in my Bosporan Kingdom campaign for Imperator Rome, the 1.2 Cicero Beta. So we just left off on the cusp of war. We're planning to attack Sindicia, and also they're going to have their ally Sarmatian and this other tiny little nation, Zygia, join them, and Colchis will join us. Now before we get into that, we'll just have a very quick look at what's changed since the last episode. Remember, we had Macedon take out Thrace. Thrace completely crumbled in and that all just went down. We have Bithynia here attacking Heraclea Pontica. So they're invading them slowly. We have the Seleucids who actually won their war against Moria and managed to push them back. And Moria are getting attacked by Sumpa, who have come all the way through Camarumpa. And they seem to be just, getting eaten, basically. Not the good kind either. Then we have Byblos again attacking Phrygia. They already just recently had a war, so I don't know how this has happened again, but Byblos are constantly just eating away at Phrygia's southern and eastern coastlines. So Phrygia are on the way out, I think, as a collapse. And then we had Samnites invading Rome. So we'll have to see how that all goes. We're just going to focus on our conflict. Now, I had a quick look at the different armies that we have. I think we're going to first jump on this one here. So I'm going to move this guy here. We're going to move this guy here and this guy down here. And that way, in fact, I might even take the long route around. It's kind of hard to see. This is an all-cavalry legion. And then this one's going to push into the fort here. Yeah, so we're just going to let time play. So that is the plan. We have Colchis who are going to be backing us up. So it should be a relatively easy war. I'm just being very careful because I only have 14,000 manpower-ish by the time we start this fight. So it really isn't much. We've been drilling our armies. They've got a little bit of experience now. About a quarter of the way up, maybe a third. Statue of Spartacus III. Yeah, okay. Oh no, we'll lose popularity? Don't want to do that. He's already quite not popular after we took that baby on. Olympic Games, who are we going to send? 71-year-old man who's leading an army at the moment. Oh, he's leading the navy. Or this guy is the son of a governor. Well, send him. Send Yonu. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Just about. Let's speed it back up. We lost one of our researchers. Alright, here we go. Just about ready. Oh my days. Oh no, we don't want to do that. I was attacking the wrong person. Got confused there for a sec. We want to attack these guys. There we go. Call in Colchis. We're going to take Maeotia Minoris, which is just our current province anyway. Sarmatian and Zygia are going to join them. Let's go. So this is the current war situation, just for clarity, right? We've attacked this band across here, and our ally is also now at war with them. And hopefully they are capable of taking them out. Now I'm guessing these guys aren't really ready for this attack, so this should be a pretty easy going. And we're going to use the cavalry to run behind their lines and chase down any other armies we see. Yeah, so that worked out just fine. So the cavalry can now kind of backtrack in and around. They're actually building heavy infantry right now, so we need to kind of run around behind them, catch them, take out those forts. Trade route from Odrysia, wine, okay. Lowers our maintenance cost. Okay, we've got armies coming up from Sarmatian. We've got to be careful about them. So maybe we'll just sit here. Looks like they're not actually joining here, so we should be able to attack them as well. And they're taking attrition where they are. Now, do we have time to get out of here? Yes, we do. Excellent. But having the cavalry, the mounted legion, Zen and its cavalry, it's so cool because they're fast. So you can really outrun and harass armies that kind of deal with you. And they're fairly lightweight, so they don't take up much supply. Oh, you know what? I should have read that. Sorry, my bad. I always get a little bit bogged down in the wars and I kind of forget to read things, so my bad on that. So we'll just sit behind the fort, let ourselves build up a little bit more, wait for these two sieges to kind of work their way out. Hopefully our ally Colchis will start pushing in, maybe? I hope. Oh, they're bringing a fleet up here. I wonder if they're going to hop off and see if they can just fight. I have no idea where they're going. That's a bit worrying. Oh shit, we actually have tons of trade requests. So requesting to import step horses, step horses, step horses. One of them must have been freed up, so it's really a question of who do we want to give it to. We'll give it to these guys. There we go. Alright, looks like we're about to lose a fight here, so they've locked in, so we're going to send the cavalry in as well. If the cavalry is going to join, we'll do phalanx. Wait a sec, hang on. That's a mistake. Cavalry doesn't get anything from that, my bad. I was thinking for a sec, I was like, phalanx? That wouldn't make sense. We'll do deception. There we go, straight in. Awesome, deception just about worked. Wow, nice. Good play. It is their terrain and we are river crossing, so it is bad for us, but we are absolutely trashing them just in terms of unit quality and types of units. And numbers, I guess, as well. They're suffering huge losses. And they just brought more in. They're just constantly fielding more in. So, we lost 3,000 troops. I mean, that's still a significant loss. They lost 8,500. And we're still fighting. They lost 4,000, we lost 300. So we just absolutely decimated them. So let's get Zen and its cavalry out of there. They're still constantly recruiting heavy... Oh, no, they're not. We've stalled their recruitment here, actually, because of our fort, which is nice. So let's give chase. These guys are all running away. We're faster than them. So we can give chase with our cav. Might be able to stop them in their tracks wherever they, wherever they stop. How's the fight against these guys going? They're just chilling out at sea, and they're just taking attrition, so that's not good. I haven't actually seen them mess up that badly before. Oh, no, they did drop 18k here. They probably walked up through, yeah. Okay, fair enough. And our tribal vassal, I wonder, can we call them to war, that would be great, wouldn't it be? No, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like I can only ever fight with them if they get attacked. Alright, not too much going on here. We'll just capture some of these territories. Siege of Sabiranum is 1. Excellent. So that's that one. So this area is done, right? We have that. These are all connected. Yeah. So this fort is actually connected to here and here. So now we can start pushing straight to Abaskria. Excellent. Cavalry have run ahead. Actually, we'll bring them down here. We can engage these guys, and it says we're going to win. We've after winning our second siege. So we still have deception on. It's just the cavalry coming in though. Oh, it was just the one unit, that's why. Yeah, it's not looking good for that second fight. So we'll just head up north. Alright, excellent. This is really quick war. We just about have enough money to execute it. One heavy infantry unit there. We're going to be stealing pops and sending them back. I actually have no intention of really taking much territory from Sarmatian. I'd really much prefer get them as a vassal. Unfortunately, in this game, you cannot take territory and get a vassal in the same peace deal. I really hate that. I don't see why not. Just make it appropriately expensive and let you do it. Because sometimes I'd love to take just like 1 or 2 cities and then just, let the guys be vassalized. If they'll accept. If they really want to refuse it, then I think that's fair enough. But I think the option should be there. I'm just waiting for this army to catch up. Then we'll bring down the cavalry as well. Right, let's go. We're going to force march as well. When we get here. That means we're piling in as much as we can onto this last fort. Second to last fort. Oh, no, there's a few more actually. So we should catch them nicely. The heavy infantry are going to be completely cut down by our swarm of cavalry. Although they are bringing up some infantry here, it seems. Want to make sure they don't just run behind me. Looks like they're coming to engage here, so we'll just sit still. 4th of November. That seems like a really long time. What? That seems bugged as well. It's not moving. Okay. Well, in that case, we can send these guys that way. Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Have to just go there. Slowly move around. Defend that northern pass. Santa Yarkum inspires the army. Morale was beginning to waver at the camp when Santa Yarkum stood up before the assembled soldiers and gave an inspirational speech. She is too martial. She convinced all who were present that the odds of battle were on their side using her extensive knowledge of military tactics. All too marshal. When the soldiers marched the next day, they did so with the confidence that their victory was assured. Alright, well, they love seeing the consort there, you know? That's what they love. That's what they're there for. Alright, imminent battle coming in. They've got a lot of troops, actually 20,000. We really need to get some of our allies involved. Where are they going? I don't get it. Your enemy's right in front of you. They've taken your territory. Why are my allies going up here? There's nothing up there for them. So strange. And they're like, yeah, weird. They're totally messed up. Damn it. Stupid AI in this game. Now they're heading south. I mean, there's 25,000. We could really use them. Awesome. Deception is working again. Superior's tactics are superior to the enemies. Wonder where they're going. We're losing a lot more men though this time around, and we still have that. Oh my god, there's a -2 to terrain. I think it's because it's the mountains. Yeah, mountain terrain. That's a tough fort to beat. We should be able to do it. Just takes time. We've got a few scorned families. Actually, I should have this open. Alright. Well, this is actually going pretty well. It's just manpower is now starting to get a bit low. But we could actually end the war based on what we've already got if we wanted to, right? Because we only really want the Maeotia area. I'm not really looking to get any of this stuff. So do we end it now and do I fight them later? I mean, we get a 10-year truce, so we could have a fight later for something more like tribal vassal, you know? Tempting. I mean, if I'm literally not looking for anything and I'm only going to take attrition, I think we should call it. I think we should call it there. Let me just see really quickly how many pops are we looking at here. Dude, there's like nothing. Nothing. Not worth my time. Not worth my time going in there. Yeah, I think we've accomplished what we need to. I would have given territory to Colchis or something, but it's no point. Alright, pass judgment on both families, or both countries. So the Syndicate Families. Now, we're not going to have much need for really any of these Sindhi culture, I don't think. So, you know what, I'm just not going to take them on. We've got enough, we have enough scorned families that we can tend to. And what about these guys? These are going to be Hebrew and Jewish. Sindhi Hellenic, Sindhi Heptatic. Maybe we could go for the this family then, if some of them are maybe a little bit more Hellenic. Might actually work out. What are they? The Varuka? The Barukas. Bardakids. 21 members. Quite a lot, though. Alright, cool. The war is over. So just a short one. Just a short one. But tactically sound, I think. You know, we didn't really lose too many troops. We won really good decisive battles. That last battle had me on the edge because we were just sitting on a fort, taking a lot of damage. So I thought it would drag out and out and out. So I think it's better to call it there. Come back now and get to a place where we're not taking so much attrition, you know? And then we'll have to see what's going on in the west, because obviously we have lost all the... Well, we didn't lose them. We never had them. But I'd like to go for Tigete next, because no doubt this nation just formed. It does have 20,000 manpower, 10 of that. And it is in a war with Armistia. It's allies with Moesia, Kroboisia, and Clepia. So it does have a bit of an ally, a little pact here along the coast. Might be difficult. I reckon we're still in this weird war with Macedon. I don't know if we can ever get out of this. Too quiet, warbound. See, I think if we don't fight for a while, eventually they'll be more likely to sue for peace. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so let's look at these new territories that we just acquired. So we've got this little bit of territory here, which is going to be what we'll kind of want to use if we want to go into Henokia territory, who we own as a tribal vassal. I don't really know if that fits the bill of us owning the Black Sea. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but ultimately I'd like to make it ours. The problem is they're kind of stuck at 35 civilization value. They need to enact a law if they want to stop being a tribe. And then we could integrate them. So that would be the peaceful way of doing it, but there's nothing I can do really. Wow, they've got a lot of money. There's nothing I can do really to make them, to encourage them to like settle, I don't think. You know? That's really what we need to do. It'll make them independent and stop their manpower payment, but we'll no longer need to protect them. We'll also lose our bonus to tribal population happiness. I think we just have to leave them. It's their characters. We'll leave them for now and decide what to do later. But we'll have to put someone down here. Wow, this guy's level 11. Nice. We'll just put a Zenonid down here for now. He's just on his own. I can't believe this place is actually making food. I mean, I guess it's just a settlement. Yeah, okay. So what is our overview looking like now? So we've got 216 slaves. Our tribesmen is down to 22%. That's awesome. We're really bringing it down. It was up to 40% at one point. But we want to see that freemen and citizen number grow a lot more. We've got too many slaves, really. How much are we making now, by the way? Making just about 8. Well, Colt just helped anyway a little bit. I mean, they didn't. But they sent people into my territory. At least we were well defended. But I don't know what the ideas behind this was. Sending an army all the way up north. No idea. Now, something I'd love to do is attack these guys. These, actually, Sarmatia seem pretty strong. 23, and just the amount of manpower. Not really the amount of units, I guess, but the amount of manpower. The fact that they have a CB, and they are allied as well with Sarmatia. So we might see these guys again. We have a lot of forts, though, so they'll take a long time to get through us, I think. They could go around and come down from the north, as usual, but I think we'll build a fort here. And then our northern side is really protected. We might get hit on some of these coastal tiles, but there's not much we can do about that. We can't build a fort in every single territory. A questionable heir. Our heir, Philippus Spartacid, is well known for his lack of loyalty to the nation. That's true, he has had very low loyalty, even though he's next in line. It recently peaked with him insulting his father. If this keeps going for much longer, we are certainly going to end up with a fight between Philippus and his dad, our ruler, Spartacus. So we should find a solution to the issue one way or another before it becomes a confrontation between our ruler and our heir, bloody or otherwise. We need to inspire more loyalty, find a way to undermine him, find a way to unloyal. Okay, we'll find a way to make him more loyal. Right? He's our son. My boy, he's 45% loyal. We can make friends with him. His dad has dementia, though. You know, we don't have long left. He's got 30% health. He's losing 2% a month, so he's got about 60 months to go. And then he's out. But in that time, we should maybe make friends. Maybe give him a holding. And that way, maybe people will be a bit more likely. I mean, he's got a lot of support already, so it's fine. And then when he comes in, maybe we'll do patronize the arts or hold games. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. And that'll make him more popular as well as our next ruler. Cool. Alright, all looking good. Oh my god, we've gone down. We've lost all our manpower again. But everyone's back home in their various areas. Not much more we can really do with that. Okay, inspiring loyalty. We've decided to try and sway Philippus Spartacid to our cause to make him more loyal to the Bosporan Kingdom. We could either have our ruler shower some of his prominence onto the heir to make them more popular at court. Alternatively, we could make sure Philippus gets a sizable gift. Well, we don't have the money. So we'll try to sway him to our cause by extending some of our popularity to him. So we'll lose 10. It doesn't say that he's going to gain it. No, he didn't. But okay, we lost 10 popularity. A prominent heir. We've made an effort to make Philippus more popular at court in the Bosporan Kingdom, spending some political favors in the process. It seems our heir has seen the effort we put into helping him, and he's started to come around. Nice. So he's gained 10 loyalty, 10 prominence, and 5 popularity. Good. Oh no, our king got 5 popularity back. Nice. The gladiator. Previously unknown gladiator has risen to great prominence. Oh yeah, it's because we want to become friends with them. So, yep. Buy him a gift. Now, what else do we need to do? We really need to like start focusing on making money and actually getting our manpower back. We're in need of 10,000 men in the armies. It's kind of crazy, actually. And it's really just all about that manpower right now. So the tribesmen, where are we changing tribesmen that we don't need to be anymore? Down here there's only 12. And there's 17 free men. So I might change this to Borderlands. And that's going to give us 25% extra manpower. That's a better one to have right now. And then there's 20 free men, 23. I still want to change these. So what's the percentage rate at which they'll change? 13. So basically 14% chance each month that a tribesman pop will convert to a freeman. So we'll just leave it as is. Just diminish that tribesman number. that's been plaguing me this entire game. Oh, the war with Macedon's come to an end. Awesome. Now I'm actually going to try and gain a bit of favor with them, because I don't... Oh, they're allied with Bithynia. That's a dangerous alliance right there. I got nothing against Macedon. I mean, they do own a portion of coastline I'd like to have, but I would kind of like to be friends with them. So yeah, Bithynia took out Heraclea Pontica. They've only got one town now. So Bithynia have done some rapid expansion, turning on their own allies and everything. Cutthroat. Athens are back. How the hell did that happen? They've been liberated. Thebes don't own them anymore. Wow, weird. I didn't really think they could come back like that. That's cool. Athens have been reinstated. That's nice. So yeah, let's check their political deals or diplomatic situation. They're allied with Thebes. Okay. Very weird and interesting, I guess. Very weird. Corcyra expanded a little bit further east. I love looking at this area because it's just changing so rapidly all the time. The Samnites did not win their war, it doesn't look like. And, but Istria is now attacking Rome. These guys here. So Rome are just dealing with constant threats. Looks like Apulia is attacking Lucania. Cool. Alright, cool. I don't really want to spend oh my days. Seleucids have just absolutely fallen apart. This is something that just always happens. I mean, it's not always the Seleucids. Usually when an empire gets big in this game, they always just seem to collapse. So yeah, Seleucids are just, man, they're just torn up, right? It's too many nations to even count. Media Magna, Taurine, Rudiana, Gedrosia, Carmania, Aria. So many different things. So Moria, which were previously facing off against that large wall of the Seleucids, they're just gone. Bactria might end up declaring independence. They're at war with all of them. They're at war with every single one of them. So who knows? Maybe they could come back. I doubt it, but maybe. Bactria are pretty powerful, so they might be able to help because they're so intact, you know, so stable that they might be able to figure it out. In fact, let's just check. Yeah, they've no risk of rebellion or civil war. Okay. What about Phrygia? Always like to check that. No, they're good as well. Okay. And let's just have a look at our lovely little borders. Isn't it looking good? It's looking good, but man, we need to hurry up. We need to go further south. We're already on episode 5. Although I think our rate of expansion has been pretty decent, considering it's only, what are we, 45 years into the game? Yeah, it's not bad at all, actually, really. Okay, let's let time play. Figure out things as we go. We need to make money, we need to make manpower. So it really is just like a waiting game for us now. And I'll see if I can... I can't really think of anything else I can do to make it like go that much higher. You know, because we have the manpower benefit of grain, and we're also exporting grain, so there's no more manpower I can get nationally. I can make freemen maybe happier. Everyone likes gold. So he'll give him 250 of his personal wealth. I think that's a good call, because he's going to die soon. I don't know what happens to the person's wealth when they die. It'd be cool if it got like dispersed amongst their heirs. Or their kids. Or if it went to the wife, maybe. That might be interesting. She's going to befriend this guy. He's been a bit of a snake throughout the game. She's doing fine now. Her loyalty's coming back up. That's good. An envoy from the Dacian local power of Caucasia, or Bastia. They're both requiring wild game. Same amount of money, so it doesn't matter to me. Our ratio is just about at 50%, so it's kind of gone a bit back down. Friendship with Philip, cool. So we're friends with our son. His loyalty's up to 70% now. That's great. We'll have to make sure when the secession happens pretty soon that our kids don't revolt. Import grain from the province of Maeotia. Yep, absolutely. What we can keep doing, actually, just to keep... Oh, no, that won't really do anything. I was going to say we could just keep on... Actually, no, it will. Keep investing on grain, okay? So everywhere we have grain... I mean, this is really micro-y, but everywhere we've got grain, all of these places, if we develop farms on each of them, then we might have more and more surplus. And I could cancel all grain trade, because that means the more we have... not really, actually, no, sorry, never mind. I thought each surplus we get in a province gives us more food. It doesn't give us manpower, so my bad, never mind that. The only way we get more manpower really is with the dates. because that'll give us freemen happiness on a per province level, that is. So more manpower will come from the dates. Also training camps and things like that. So we could look for maybe the place where the most freemen are, which is here. We could turn that into borderlands to give us the most out of it. So 45 freemen are in Torca. And then in Torca itself, maybe we could look at anything that's... These are all cities. So the next one down that's not a city is Torik. Maybe we could turn this into a city or something. Have just a bunch of cities. Because we have so much food here, it's crazy. Because it's a capital province as well. So all the exports and stuff count for this. Egypt. Steppe horses they want? Yeah, sure, go for it. Wonder if they're at war with anyone. Oh, they are. They're at war with Kush. I feel like I'm overlooking something really obvious for getting more pop or more freemen. I guess it is just the training camps, right? That gives you manpower. So let's build just a couple of them wherever we see a place that has free building slots. And how much does it give us? 10%? I mean, it's so minute, you know, 10% on 9. Right, we get 1 extra kind of amount from it, really. That's the thing that always kind of bothers me with it. Everything is so granular, I never feel like it's worth doing, but it is a game of economies of scale, you know, it really is. Do a stability hit. That stability is getting a bit low for my liking. A death. Oh, I remember him. Stratocles Carsid. He was one of the governors up in the Olbian region. Died at 33. He was a leper, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he was. Leper. And he ended up getting Mentjara as well. Mentagra. Oh, I thought it was Mentjara. Alright, never mind. Mentagra. A mysterious disease thought to have been spread by kissing and bodily contact. It's displayed as a facial rash. And then he was also a leper. And it would be cool if he actually looked different. Because there is a lot of that in this game where they do look different depending on that. Oh, his wife. She's depressed now. I can't, yeah. Life's unfair. Although she's also deceitful, so whatever. Maybe not to him. So yeah, we've lost our governor. Let's get it. We need to get a new one. That guy's level 11. That'd be great to have up here. Callistrata's Nikid. And he is Hellenic and Bosporan. Perfect. Great. We don't need to do culture anymore. We could do something more like... The culture is largely ours, and same as the religion. Freemen's are good. Slaves are good. What could we do in Olbia? We've never really done harsh treatment before. Acquisition of wealth, social mobility actually, maybe promote some of those slaves up. We seem to have a lot. 23. Yeah, let's do that. We'll promote some of the slaves up to freemen. And maybe we'll build a training camp here as well. There we go. Now, a way to increase our freemen as well is obviously to build the one of the buildings that increases the ideal ratio. So we could do that, you know, so we can actually make more room for freemen. But I kind of just want to just get more out of the ones we have, really, and maybe get some of the slaves turned into freemen as well. So if we were to have a look at some of these towns now while we're waiting, I'm gonna slow down time just a little bit. Let's just put someone back on this. That's fine, whatever. So if we were to have a look at the pop situation here, we've got 42% of our current ratio of citizens, 38%. So so these slaves are never going to promote, right? They're just never going to promote. And that's fine. That's actually the way I have it. I'm actually running my own little mod where this is the way it was a few days before I started this Let's Play, and then they changed it so that you could actually have like 60% ratio here and then 40% and like 50% here. It would literally go over 100, and it just didn't seem to make any sense, and you'd always end up with no tribes and no slaves in cities because it was the base value of a city was like giving it a huge amount. So I just lowered that. I lowered the base value. So a city now gives the base value of 15 and 25 for citizens and freemen. So your first 15 here is free. City plus 15, and the first 25 here is free. But in the regular game, at least as of recording, they upped that a lot. And I played it and I tested it and I was like, this is not good. And I read some stuff on forums and people were like, this doesn't make any sense. So I'm guessing that's going to be walked back, and it is experimental. So that's the only change I've done, which means that we're always going to have a little bit of slaves. Now what we can do is we can build buildings to increase this ratio. We can start promoting them in. It's totally possible. I mean, we just have to get rid of the academy, really. Although getting those extra research points is kind of nice. So there's not much we can do in this particular city. What about this one? Academy here as well. Academy here as well. See, all my cities... It is a strange building system because I feel like cities are always going to be places that you want to have... Well, not always, actually. This doesn't have necessarily... This isn't a port, so we don't really benefit from having more citizens here. So this would be an ideal place, whereas the ports would be, because ports have an increase to commerce, citizens produce commerce, so you want to double up on that. But here there's no port. It is coastal, but there's no port. So I think I'll actually demolish these libraries and focus it more for free men. And that way, yeah, we can really... There's even a training... Oh yeah, there is a training camp here. And that would be a great freeman city, you know? And we try to do that as many times as we can. So there's not... I think my biggest problem is I don't have many cities that don't have ports. This one doesn't, so this should be a great military one and a freeman one as well. This is a port. You want to get some cities without ports, like this one as well. But that's obviously a northern one that's... It's got its own problems. So you get 6 pops in there. There used to be 7. One of them must have migrated away. It's growing a new one, though. And what about these new territories? So there's 14 in Sabrinium. So yeah, this would be a great candidate for its own city, actually. And we could probably demolish the fort here, to be honest. I don't see why we'd have one here as well as here. If we're turning this into a city. Actually, if we're turning it into a city, we might as well keep it. Alright. Sorry for my rambling. Just trying to figure stuff out. Hopefully I'm explaining it well enough that you kind of get what I'm doing. Oh, we've got our new Basilisk. Our king has died, and we have appropriate music for it. It's very melancholy. Died at the age of 72. Advanced stages of venereal disease. Venereal disease. Which means Philippus I, our second boy, is taking the reins. He is 4581. You take a stability hit for that happening. Let's see what his wife is like. So he's got his wife. We remember marrying her before because she was so beautiful. So she's contributing to the Martial and the Zeal. So not much for the Zeal, but that's pretty good for Martial. Happy about that. He's not great though, you know. It's not too good. What I'm going to do is... I was going to do hold games, you know. Because he usher in this new era of Philippus I, Spartacid. Interesting, it actually says Philippus I. So I wonder if the other guy became Basilisk. Would he have been Spartacus IV? Maybe that's when it adds the number to their name, just when they actually become a ruler. That would kind of make sense. A little bit. So we're taking a big hit to stability change, or legitimacy change. And that's going to be because of the ruler's current unpopularity, which is why I wanted to hold games. But we're just a little bit low on money. So wait for that money to come back up. Well, it's better to be quick, I think. So I think I'm going to cancel this building I was building up here. So we'll get that money back. And then we were building a fort here, which is important. But like I said, I think this is a bit more important. It's a bit more... Yeah, just... I can't think of the word, but... timely. Like, we need to focus on this now. It's imperative. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, this. So it's still not enough. We need 104. So we'll get that pretty soon. We'll get that pretty soon. I'm really just waiting for the numbers to come up now. Seeking a patron. As custom dictates, the eager yet politically inexperienced woman Libis Carsid has approached us in obeisance, asking for our formal patronage. Such a request carries few practical duties, but would increase the standing of Libis amongst her peers. Such a benevolent action also may ingratiate us with the Bosporan elite. I mean, she's a sister of someone in government. I mean... What do we get? We get popularity, so I don't see why not then. Yep, and she's gaining more finesse. I mean, she's a nobody, if we're being honest. But hey, fair enough. The Council of Theodosia have taken it upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. Oh, interesting. They're doing it without my permission, though. Theodosia is there. We could intervene, if we think it best. So we could go freedom and let that happen, or we could say no. Now, we want the popularity, so we're going to say yes. So 2 free men are created in Theodosia. Now the weird thing about this, like I said, since the recent changes is now we're way over the ratio. So these guys are going to depromote. Or demote. I keep saying depromote. They're probably going to demote. Yeah, so right here we can see in January 497, a Hellenic Bosporan freeman is being demoted to a slave. So without the freemen ratio thing, we're just going to lose these guys. So it's a bit weird. These events don't really sync up with the game just yet. Man, Seleucids are in such shit. And so is all this. This is just like so broken up as well. Rome are still being attacked by Istria. They're really doing a number on them as well. Alright, we're 5,000 men still behind in terms of manpower. We're gaining 200 a month, so that's still quite a long time before we're ready to even just have stable manpower. The slaves of Sabernum are revolting. That's where we just conquered. Oh, we defeated it instantly because we had an army on it. We had an army on it and a fort. Yikes. So slave revolt put down immediately. We lost 0 troops. It said we killed 0 of theirs, but I guess they're defeated. A bit weird. So yeah, we can make an example of them, getting extra freemen happiness and citizen happiness, or we could give them extra happiness. Now theirs will last for 15 years. Ours will last for also for 15 years. So do we want to make slaves unhappy for 15 years? I don't think so. So we'll let them be happy for a while. Let us show leniency. Because 15 years is just a bit too much of a long time when we have a significant portion of our population, 42%, are slaves. I just don't think that's wise. Now, what can we do here? I think it's wise to do another stability hit. We can do freeman happiness again, as we keep doing. Or we could actually focus maybe more on pop growth, which I think might be wise as well. I keep saying wise, which I think might be a good idea. 0.15% pop growth, though, isn't that much. For about, what is it, 5-10 years? It's quite a long time. It's actually about 6 or 7 years, yeah. I think I'll have to go freeman happiness. The 15% boon is just too big compared to the... I mean, I'm sure 0.15% pop growth is good, but right now it's manpower. That's our focus. Now, let's hold games. So the Bosporan Kingdom pays 100. He loses some of his own personal wealth, which he would have got from his dad. He gains extra popularity from competing in the games if he competes. That's kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that. Gains ongoing games until whatever. Monthly popularity 0.10. Let's do it. I don't know how we can make him compete. Now, we could siphon funds from the treasury to give him more money. He is low. I think we should do it. He's going to gain a little corruption doing that, though. Upcoming games. So, whilst it's not commonplace, many of the common folk and court alike are pondering whether Philip is going to take part. And he'll gain some popularity doing this. Now, we're going to be gaining popularity anyway. I just don't know what will happen. He might die or something in these games. It's going... Oh man, his popularity is going down. Yeah, we need to send him in there. Bring on the challenge. Go on, Philip. You can do it. Immediately he gains more popularity doing it. 64. And that should start... Yeah, there we go. We're increasing the legitimacy. It's actually 1-to-1 with our popularity right now. The Grand Bosporan Games. In anticipation of the long-awaited event, the skies over Tafros open. Oh, cool. They're being held up here. And lightning bolts are hurled down as if by the divine hands themselves. The competitors array themselves in sodden garments and each grasp their weapons as they prepare for the javelin hurling tournament. The crowd cheers in jubilation as Philippus appears, accompanied by a garlanded Bosporan youths. None dare question the majesty of such a titan of competition. As all surely expected, Philippus does away with the competition in characteristic style. With a wreath firmly placed upon his head, the adoring populace of Tafros chant their approval firmly. Awesome, he did great. Good job. He might still have to fight, we'll have to see. Or he might still die, I mean. Right, I said as well I was going to build stuff up here that would make this place more attractive to live in. But I don't know what we could actually realistically build. Oh, granaries to increase maybe the growth rate. Maybe we can expand at some point. That's a really long-term investment, that little area there. What are we at now, manpower-wise? 3,600. Still quite a while away to go. Demand oaths of allegiance, the primary heir attraction. So our next heir in line is Leonidas Spartacid. Of course, the mother, Leontis Spartacid, she's depressed. You can imagine life has not worked out the way she hoped. Her husband's dead. She was always kind of a side chick. She's had a bunch of children and they're not in power. But they're next in line, so they will be. Although if Philip has a boy, well then everything changes. And he hasn't had one yet. He's had a daughter just recently. That's weird though. He had a daughter 15 years ago and now he's just had another one. So maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's just strange. I mean, it happens, I guess. But if he has a son, then suddenly all of these are not really legitimate anymore. A bitter feud between two of the pretenders. The court is bustling with sycophants, claimants, and pretenders. It's a little surprise, therefore, that two of the most ambitious claimants to the throne of the Bosporan Kingdom have found themselves at odds. These conflicts have a way of getting out of hand. Perhaps we ought to step in and limit the potential for escalation. Ha! Let them fight. Or it's not time to squabble like children. Or side with Leonidas, the chosen heir. Now, this guy has kind of low loyalty, 40. And his is going to be going down. So I'm going to just let them fight. They'll become rivals. We'll see what happens. Now, have we got... We still haven't hit the next tier of civic advances because our technology is just so bad. We're almost there, though. Anything I can do to actually speed up the tech? Oh, monthly ruler popularity gain. That'd be good because we want to get that up high. Really, that wouldn't even bring it up. It would just slow it down, slow its diminishing return a bit better. Slave output 10%. That's pretty huge. Like, we're making 17, so that's a decent amount of change that we'll get back there. Yeah, I think we'll do that then. That one's worth the investment. Making 9.17 now. Good, good. Alright, every month we're basically getting, almost basically getting 10. And we can just start putting that into manpower now. So 277, 278. So that manpower number is going up to 80, 276. It is fluctuating a lot. I wonder why. Maybe just the different promotions, demotions, things like that that are happening right now. Tribal proposition. Our tribal neighbor Henokia has started investing a lot of their treasury into opening up the borders between our two nations. Let us hope this friendship will be worth it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We'll gain a little unrest, but we'll get tribal influx, and that's also going to give us tax. And we gain good opinion, and we get some money. I'm okay with it. I mean, I can't do anything about it, so there you go. How's it looking elsewhere? Who's our allies right now? Just Colchis, I think, right? Yeah, we're allied with Colchis. We're protecting Henokia. We have a truce with Macedon, and we're kind of improving their opinion. We're trading with a bunch of people, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're kind of up here on our own now. Gonna be... Looks like the Seleucids are actually partially recovering. Olympic Games again. We're gonna send this guy. I always just try to send someone who's not actively in a job. A child has been born and there's been a death in the family. So that person doesn't matter too much. So a new child's been born. A daughter's been born to Philip again. Another daughter. He's getting to work. So he's had 3 girls now. Now, something I'd kind of like to do is start marrying these guys. Is he married? So he's married, but the second in line isn't. So let's start proliferating our line. This is actually a widow of the guy that was a leper. But yeah, let's go for it. Suitable match, everything's all good. And he actually gains loyalty doing that. So it's a nice little cheap way to do it. Actually, no, he didn't. The father and the woman did as well. So who's next? This guy, he's 23. Let's see who we got. 5553. So she's not great. She's also 32, but I'm happy to do that. Okay. And then the last one is down here. This is Cleombrotus Spartacid. So we're going to arrange the marriage here. Because I think we can't arrange their marriages if they, you know, if... I think so anyway. We won't be able to arrange their marriages if this guy has a son, because they're not necessarily within the family. Oh, maybe we can actually. It's still the family. Yeah, I think we can. Well, let's just arrange one anyway. We had a 16-year-old. He's 18. She's terrible, though. Although she kind of compliments his marshal, at least. But I just want the line to proliferate a bit more. She's kind of ill as well. But whatever. He's not going to be a ruler. So it's fine. Right, so another thing I want to do is start heading west a bit. Getting our armies ready on that side, because we probably will go over there. We're starting to finally make manpower again. Great. And our ruler is now 75% popular, which is great. A new statue, he'll lose popularity or we'll get unrest. We'll go with the unrest, that's okay. So the question is, can we take on Sarmatia, really? And then again, Sarmatian. Now we'd be joined by Colchis again. And they might help us out. But really, I'd just like to get this now as a tribal vassal, you know? The beating of hooves. In the far-flung lands where the wild Scythians ride, there are rumors of war. A bright star has appeared, promising the Dahe a new home amongst the lands of the south, and messengers from all around bring the word of preparations in the steppe. We'd be wise to consider our situation. Even the stoic Greek king should fear this threat, and an invasion from the promised magnitude has the potential to destabilize the world as we know it. So that is going to be the Scythian regional power of Parnia. So it's just over here, is it somewhere? Last time it was Zygia that became like a... Yeah, so they've after... Who have they got? Where's Pasuria, actually? Pasuria. It's hard to see. Let me get rid of that. I have no idea where these guys are. Let's just do a zoom in. There they are. Oh, they're tiny. That's why I couldn't see them. They're just one little city. One little territory. So Parnia have got those two as clients. And what about Zygia? Zygia are... Well, that's strange. That doesn't make any sense. It says Parnia is a client state of Xanthia. Or sorry, Xanthia is a client state of Parnia, and Zygia is a client state of Xanthia? You can't have dual vassals like that, can you? So Zygia, right? Client state to Xanthia. Then we have Xanthia. Client state Zygia. This country may be protected from their overlords. So yeah, it's a chain. Weird. I didn't know that could happen. Maybe because that was scripted in? I don't know. It seems strange. I thought if you're not independent, you can't have someone under you. Let me check it now. Is it any different? No. That's a weird little kind of thing that's going on there. Okay, cool. Manpower is going up pretty nicely now. So what are we looking at? 4 months and then we get 1,000. Every 4 months we get 1,000. We're coming up to 50 years in game, by the way, as well. I'm going to consider building some things as well now. So what could we put down? Tribal settlements, population capacity. I mean, pop capacity is actually pretty good because it does mean that essentially there's more room for growth. I think growth goes faster, or at least migration goes faster if we do that. I'm going to build province legation here to increase assimilation speed because this place needs to really start being able to colonize. We can't colonize anywhere because we don't have 10 pops in any of these places. Caught red-handed. Uh-oh. Hauled in from the court, Herophilus Zenonid is a sorry sight. Caught with wicked pike in hand, he is said to have been ready to strike down Agiatis Liam. So this guy was going to attack her in a brutal act of violence. Luckily, passers-by were quick enough to act and prevent this terrible deed, and we now have the unenviable task of passing judgment on the wicked Herophilus. He's a general of the Zenonids cavalry. Yeah, man, there he is. He's done good. He's a good commander. He's only level 5 marshal, actually, but he's served well. A spell in the dungeon ought to straighten him out. Yeah, I think we got to do it. We got to throw him in. He's going to murder someone. We don't even know why, though. We shouldn't be too hasty. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be. Although we lose stability, so screw that. Sorry, man. Dungeon it is. Which means Zenonid's cavalry is no longer Zenonids. We could give it to Kasike. Kasike? I'll rename it. Kasike's cavalry. That's cool. It's like alliteration. Right, legitimacy is going up. That's great. So everything's pretty much stabilized. We're doing good. I think it would be nice to get some more... to redevelop this place just a smidge. So we're going to lower the amount of libraries here. Up the amount of... What do we get? Is it a mill? No. Let's see what we need. It's a forum. Freeman Ideal Fraction. That's what we want. And that way, there's going to be a higher amount of freemen being built here, which would be good. So citizens are going to demote down into freemen. Or we might just get slaves that promote up. Probably not, but that could happen. These guys, our court is really loyal, which is great. Everything's going great. Now, I might think about changing our ideas. Do we have anything new? No, we really don't. So again, we just need more tech. Our tech is so far behind that nothing is changing. Provincial legation is being built. Thrace are still alive. They have either come back or they were there all along. I thought they died completely. They're actually now allies with the people that broke them apart. And they're basically a tribe amongst themselves. Now, Colchis don't want to fight there. Why is that? Military access. That's understandable. Colchis like me a lot, which is good. I like Colchis. They like me. So we got to think about who's next. What about Sinope? They have so many allies. So many little allies, but a couple big ones. I feel like it's really dangerous putting all your eggs in one basket. Like I just have Colchis. We'll have to see. I think the next one I'm going to attack is Sarmatia, and that way we'll just try lock them into being a tribal vassal. We'll get extra manpower from all of them up there, and then we never really have to think about them again. There's a warm period. Excellent. So we have lower national unrest and better growth. So how many pops do they have? 158? Not huge. How many do these guys have? So they have 26. And from those 26, we get 9 manpower. 9, 18... So we could expect about 50 manpower to come from this area. I mean, that's not bad. If we could win that fight. Which I don't see why not. They have a lot of manpower. I think we could do it, though. So, do I need to even fabricate a claim, or can I just go to war straight up? Oh yeah, but Ceresia are going to be fighting as well. I don't think I need a claim, but I think we'll put one down anyway, just in case. Just for something that we can say, like, we did, and that way the war score jumps up. Otherwise, I think it's just about winning battles, which isn't great. Oh man, this guy looks pretty cool. He had an eye patch, but he's dead now. 30th of May, 500. So he's dead, GG. We'll have to get someone else in. He didn't last long. Another Zenonid. Or we could put this guy in. Who's I'm gonna put in how old is he? Yeah, he could go. Let's put him in. So what I'm gonna do is get the technology screen and change this guy who is he's level 10 as well. So this is lowering the aggressive expansion. We don't have any, so it's really irrelevant. So maybe Menes Karsid doesn't need to be doing this job. We could put in Ifracrates Zenonid. Who I'm guessing is the son... okay, it's not the son of the guy in jail. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and attack these guys. It's going to be pretty rough and dodgy, but maybe Colchis can get some ground on Ceresia. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So let's head east. Start manning the forts. We do not want to go that way, though. That is going to be rough going. We want to go this way. And then just quickly hop up. I'm doing this, it's kind of weird because like I'm fighting so I can get more manpower. It's kind of a bit weird, of a weird reason to do it. I've also only got 70,000 maximum, so it's not even that much. So a temple has collapsed and we could just let it happen. It's happened in the city of Tafros again. This happened once before. We could restore it and we'll gain popularity. So yeah, let's do that. I'm happy for that. Now, because these are coastal, I think it's better to have... What's the religion like here, actually? It's still mostly heptatic in this province. What about the city itself? In the city itself, it's mostly Hellenic, so we've done good with the conversions, and now the cultures are converting here. So what we want to do is actually pull people into the city. So we'll centralize the population. Yeah, that's what we want to do. And then we'll build an aqueduct, which will increase the population capacity, which will increase the migration attraction. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'm guessing is going to happen here, what I'm hoping, is that all of these territories are going to start really having a high chance of shifting their pops into here. They're all going to be different cultures and different religions, but now that our religion in this particular city is dominant, quite heavily dominant. Yeah, look at, oh my god, we're actually pulling a bunch of people in already. That's a huge amount. Holy crap. And they're coming from all over. Migration attraction is already huge here. This is great though. I mean, I really want to pull everybody in here. Anyone that's heptatic and all these different things, so that we can just start converting them. Because we're about to convert another one. And as long as we have over 50%, they convert a lot faster. And that will help the culture convert as well. And then when we feel like we've got a lot, we could actually just send them back out by decentralizing. And I think that kind of works itself out. So who has the most... Yeah, these guys still have 39 tribesmen. That's Maeotia Minori. So the new territory, we got 39 tribesmen. But we are converting them at a rate of 5%, so low. And it's because Philippus, his finesse is not great. But he's our leader, so we just can't do anything about it because it's our home region. You can't change your home region governor, Torica. It's always your ruler. So yeah, I think that's what we're doing. We have 7,000 manpower now, so, you know, not too long, and we'll wait for that fabrication. We're at 38% already. Legal chicanery. Chicanery? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. I don't know what that is. In an outrageous display of brazen ineptitude, Callistratus Nicod challenged the ownership of the holding belonging to Philip this afternoon. With only a set of blatantly forged documents to back up his claim, the proceedings did not last long. Should we press for recompense? No. This land has belonged to us for generations. We're lacking a commander in the fleet. Just pop someone in there that keep them happy, keep their family happy. Trade hub has been developing, and that's developing in Tyrus. Okay. Little known city of Tyrus has been gathering quite a reputation as a hub for free trade. People of all origins are beginning to flock here in order to sell their wares in our land. So yeah, we can let that happen. We need to have a look at Tyrus then. So this is a city, and it doesn't have a port. So because it doesn't have a port, I'm gonna let the freemen grow here, and then we're gonna build a forum to increase that freemen capacity. And in fact, I could get rid of a library. So 2 forums. So our freeman capacity should go up quite a bit and sustain itself without demoting them, I hope. And that'll be a nice manpower area as well. What do we finish there? An aqueduct has been finished. Nice. Tribute ceases. One of the tributes of Morians can no longer afford to pay them. That's interesting. So we just, wow, 17 attraction value. That's huge, man. A bunch of new ones are just popping up as well now. So this is really going to be a hub. There's 22 pops here already. It might even end up being bigger than our capital, because there's 26 here and there's like nobody coming here in the capital. So Tafros might end up being like the place to be. Maybe we'll make it the state capital. Or hey, we've reached level 3, which means... I think that means we've gotten new laws. Oh no, sorry, it was oratory. We need civic advances. My bad. Yeah, we still have the manpower on. We need that for sure. We're making really good money now. You know, we're making over 10. It's about time. Diplomatic range, improve opinion maximum. What else should we get? Siege engineers. We are about to go for a war, aren't we? Alright, yeah, so I think I'll wait till we've got about 12 or 13,000, and then we're going to start the war. So we're coming to the end of this episode, so we're just getting ready for a new war on Sarmatia and Sarmatia again. And hopefully Colchis will join us and help us out, and then we'll get some... Maybe we can even make 2 tribal vassals. I don't think we can do that, but we should at least get 1. And that way, then we don't ever have to worry about the north again. Not so much anyway. And we can just focus on using that extra manpower to rebuild, go south, and start invading some of the bigger guys. I think actually we'll probably go west first, and then cross over into Bithynian territory, which is probably the next big one. Alright, so thank you guys very much for watching. Felt like a little bit of a slower paced episode. I mean, we did start with a war, but it's just a quick war, not too difficult. We've got a chain of forts there at the moment. I really need to kind of reorganize that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.